Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining. I'm so excited to let you hear from Laura St. John tonight. She's a celebrity mindset coach. If you are not inside our digital growth community, you are going to get a little piece of the pie of what we get to experience inside our community. She's absolutely amazing. She's phenomenal in what she does. She's helped me go with my journey to be a multimillionaire in South Africa because of our mindset, right? Because mindset is everything. If you've been struggling in your past, if you are used to not excelling in the area that you want to excel in, there's probably a block. And she is just absolutely phenomenal with that. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce Laura St. John, and I'm going to let her take it away, and I will be in the chat. Thank you so much, Laura, for coming on. I so appreciate it. We appreciate it. Everyone's so excited to hear from you. So let's get going. Thank you.
Yay! I'm excited to be here. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for having me. It's only 9 a.m. in California, so I love it. I love how this global community, DGC, or even just digital marketing connects everybody. So it's really cool to be in this. I'm a mindset coach. Can I make my screen big, or Lizelle, can you make me, can you spotlight my screen?
It actually is on my
Oh,
screen.
it is on yours. Okay, so you guys see me big? Okay, that's good because I
Yes.
could see
Yes.
everyone.
Can you
Okay,
guys put a
amazing.
yes
All
in
right.
the comments if you can see her full the screen? You all can see her full the
You're
screen,
good.
right?
You're
The
good.
speaker
Okay,
full the screen.
I'm
Yes.
amazing. Okay, great. All right. Let me know. Let me know if you're new to me. Just put new. Let me know if you've seen videos before. If you have seen videos before about me. If you're brand new, welcome, welcome. Great. New. Amazing. I'm gonna run through top 10 money blocks. I'm a mindset coach. I'm from New Jersey by New York City. My parents are here right now. They grew up in New York City. I live on the other side of the United States now. My mom who's here is just such a testament to positive mindset. Someone asked me yesterday, I have 3 boys, and I was at a volleyball game for one of my sons, and they said, what got you into all this positive mindset stuff? Because they could hear me talking to the kids. And I was like, this woman sitting next to me, my mom, who's a teacher, and she was given 2 years to live when I was just 6 years old. And she did not believe the doctors. She was just like, nope, that's not true for me. And I saw the power of how do you hold a positive mindset when cards are stacked up against you when everything feels negative, when life feels really, really challenging. And that has been my mission for my whole life. I'm now 48 years old. I've built a 7-figure business. I have helped people step into ultra mega success. But it's all from the heart. To me, if you really want to become more successful, you're probably rich and wealthy in all kinds of areas that you might not be looking at right now. You might be rich in friendship. You might be rich in family. You might be rich in self-care. You might be rich in your health. And my point to understanding abundance was abundance is a feeling before it's a thing. And at 6 years old, I learned the importance of life really, really fast, right? And any of us here who are struggling in things that are seeming really daunting or seeming really big, it's like when we all take one big step back and put things into perspective, I really do believe that every day is a gift and it's a blessing. And I have lived my whole life like that. And I am on this mission to help other people honestly get happier, because when you're happy, you can manifest new results. And what I recognize is a lot of people are not happy because they're being blocked by, negative things based on negative circumstances. And if you can learn to get unstuck, if you could really learn to see past the struggles, then you can create new results. And my job as a mindset coach is helping you create new results faster than you ever expected. So my tools I've built over the years, I grew with my family an education company that we scaled to over 750 locations. We partnered with Discovery Channel. My roots are in education and working with young kids and teachers and parents on how to unlock kids' potential. And I realized I was really, really good at it. I could just help people get unstuck. I could just, every time someone came to me with a problem, I could give them a tool. I could give them an answer. And it wasn't that it was coming from me. It was just, I could help you reflect what you need to see inside yourself, which is potential, which is, again, your ability to not get stuck in what's in front of you and really have the aptitude and the skill set in your mindset to see past it. Because, and not just in a dream like sugarcoating. Like, I mean, really look at the problem, see all your bills, see all the problems, see all the challenges. And again, I've seen it. I've worked with people through health challenges. I worked with elite athletes. I helped my niece, who's on the cover now of Sports Illustrated, you know, oops, can you move? Become can you mute that person? Sorry. There we go. Thank you. I've helped my niece become the #1 female paid athlete in her young 20s, making a multi-million-dollar company, even at a young age. #1 female paid athlete right now in the United States. Why? Self-worth, self-belief. Someone needs to mute. I think it's Pauline. There you go. Thank you. Self-worth, self-esteem, self-confidence, self-belief, all the things that open your eyes to help you see past the current struggles. And I am a mindset coach. I have free tools. I have a free 7-day manifesting challenge. But in the word manifesting, is, to me, it's about practical. It's about every day. It's about tools. It's about creating new results. It's not just about sitting there and thinking. It's literally like, how do I take a new course of action? Because clearly what is in front of me is not working. And you're frustrated and you're sick and tired of things and you really want to flip things, which is why I painted this painting behind me. Like, what are you here to flip? If you could flip one thing from negative to positive, what would that be? And share that in the chat. So again, let me know. I love it seeing all the new people in the house. Welcome, welcome. Again, I'm Laura St. John. In developing the tools originally for my niece, coming from years in education with my family and my mom scaling that company, working with kids and unlocking their potential, I realized when I was starting to work with my niece that, she was 12 or 13 at the time, and now she's like 21, 22. I realized, like, wow, everyone needs these tools. Everyone is it's not just how to make like abundance and, get wealthy or tap into great relationships and all these things, or get more consistent or all these things when it's good. How do you do it when it's not good? When life is throwing you the curveballs. And that's where I really knew that I could make an impact. And that's where my heart is. If you follow me on TikTok or you saw my story today. I mean, on Instagram, it's like Angelica. I mean, perfect example. She was literally homeless, and she is now in like LA Magazine as a woman of impact. I mean, so just take a look at, even follow me on social media, because I'm posting stories all the time. And, this was like a really fun one that she's sharing that, she was homeless. Now she's working with Sharon Stone. I mean, I'm a celebrity mindset coach, but the word celebrity to me is all about the art of celebrating yourself. Stop rejecting yourself. Someone needs to mute. Can you just mute all again? Thank you. Thank you. So do you beat yourself up? Where do you go into your own down spirals? Do you constantly reject yourself? Are you, stuck in guilt and shame? Are you stuck in lack and self-doubt, not sure which way to go? These are all like normal, but they don't have to be your normal today moving forward. Once you meet me and you're inside my content and tools, I will teach you that you can normalize abundance. You can normalize happiness. You can normalize confidence, and how you draw boundaries around yourself and how you can step into guardian of your vision. You can completely shift the trajectory of your life starting today. Okay. And this is not to just like talk. This is not to talk. This is roll up our sleeves. Let's organize. Where are we stuck? Because I'm going to walk through right now the top 10 money blocks that I've identified. I've identified more than 10, but these are the top 10 that I've identified. And then I'm going to give you real tips on how to flip it to create new trajectories and results. And I just want you to say, like, just if it's eye-opening, commit to something in the next 24 hours. You could commit to my 7-day free course. Amazing. If you're ready to jump into my private group coaching where you work with me on Zooms, ask questions, go into my money, career, purpose course or health and happiness and love course, like jump in. Do not hesitate. But I'm just telling you now, I'm working from my heart. My heart's telling you your heart, because your heart is where your unlimited confidence, trust, belief, wisdom, intuition, happiness lives right now. It's not in any limited supply. Our thoughts are making it a limited supply because our thoughts are blocking us. And when you can shift your thoughts with your mindset, you can start to open up the pathways again to your self-worth. When you're feeling your self-worth and trust again in yourself, when you really repair that trust inside your heart that's been broken or shattered, and you remove the self-doubt that's blocking you, you can tap into abundance faster than ever. Actually, right after this call, on the top of the next hour, I have a welcome and wins call. Everyone's welcome to join it. I'm going to have to hop right into that, where my members of my community, just like Angelica on the story of my Instagram, are sharing their wins, because I can't even keep up with the real life wins that are happening. So I do coaching now on Mondays and Thursdays. So for you, it's Monday nights or whichever time zone, we'll figure it out. But I do a Monday and Thursday coaching every week. All right, let's get into the money blocks and dive right in. So take out a pen, take out a paper. This is how I roll. This is not, again, I want to give you real practical tips on how to crack the code to more financial abundance. And I'm just going to look in the chat to see what you wanted to flip. Need to get out of current job. Amazing. Stuck in what I've done. Yeah, I mean, a lot of us are just stuck into tethering of the past, stuck in lack, which is usually doubt. I'm just going to look at this. Financial peace and freedom is what you clearly desire. I love that, Robert. Clearly desire more consistency. Amazing. You want to have more conversions, more sales. I promise this is the content that unlocks that. Finances, you want to stop procrastinating. That's usually avoidance of fear of disappointment or failure. Feeling not enough. That's 100% self-doubt and self-belief, all that. Amazing. All right. I love to see where we're coming in from so I can really help you. Consistency. It's easy to be distracted when we're in fear. Okay, when we're in some fear of failure or whatever, those distractions pop up and we don't stay consistent. So let's go through the top 10 money blocks. I'm going to run through them. You can be like, me, if this is you in the chat, and I'm going to give you practical advice. All right, I'm going to go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, these are the most common problems that are blocking your success right now. Number 10 is that you are stuck in guilt. Guilt. When you are feeling guilty, you are in the land of self-rejection. When you are in the land of self-rejection, you feel lots of shame and guilt. That could be guilt over what you ate last night. That could be guilt over a mistake you made 10 minutes ago or 10 years ago. When you are stuck in guilt, self-rejection is basically saying, I don't deserve it. Do not come to me, abundance. I am not worthy. And it's so tied. So if you are stuck in guilt, and it's like guilt, I mean, this used to be me. You're like, I 3 boys running a businesses, like taking care of everybody else but myself. Like I would feel guilty to even put my feet up. Like, even just to watch television when I had all this going on in my life, it's guilt, guilt, guilt. And if that's you, you're like, I can't even self-care. I can't even take care of myself because I got all this going on and it's huge. And it's daunting and it feels like a big pile on my back. I would love to help you because guilt is one of the biggest blockers. When you're stuck in guilt, and guilt can come anywhere, again, you can be mad at yourself or others for what you may have been stuck in years ago and you have not let it go. You are still tethering yourself to a past mistake or mishap. That is a sneaky emotion, guilt. And I would love to teach you as a mindset coach how to take that emotional baggage and put it on the shelf and look at it differently, not to sugarcoat it, but to feel it differently so you can actually create your next chapter. Because when you're stuck in guilt, you are tethering yourself to an old you that is not allowing the new you to step forward. It is just like putting yourself in jail. And the way out of the practices that I teach you, because I promise I'd give you like a step, is self-acceptance. If you are beating yourself up from the moment you look in the mirror to the what's swirling around in your head, you are blocking abundance. No matter what actions you take, more emails, more sales, more videos, more this, that is going to always be perpetuating lack because you're like, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, I'm feeling all this guilt, and now I'm going to try to take this action step forward to get out of it, but I'm feeling like I hate myself or I hate my situation and all this guilt and shame. Let me know if that's you. If that's you, this should be a refreshing slap in the face. I'm from New Jersey, which is right by New York. My parents, again, are from New York City. We talk direct and honest, but from the heart. I am literally, this is what I call the Jersey slap in my group. It's a refreshing slap in the face of, you don't need to live that way. You're stronger than that. You being guilty and is not great for your family, for your kids, for anybody. And when I realized that, like that I couldn't even put my feet up and enjoy like tickling my kids' back, you know, as we watch television, because my head was like, you should be doing this, you should be doing that, you should be doing this, you shouldn't have done that. That is a terrible way to live. And you do not have to live this way. And if I'm speaking from my heart to your heart right now, you are teaching the people in your house that that's okay. And I knew as a mom that I didn't want to teach my kids like living in the land of guilt is the way to live, because it's not the way to live. That is the way to reject yourself and teach people around you that rejection is okay. And then you're in line with rejection. You are going to pop on video trying to make like ends meet or whatever. And like, but if you're the one rejecting yourself, the only thing you'll probably attract is rejection, because you're broadcasting a signal of how you like to be treated by how you treat yourself. So I hope this is speaking so deeply to your heart, because you can change. You can change. And the answer is very, very deep, but very, very simple, profound concepts that I love to teach on, you know, what kind of role model do you want to be? Like that was a ding, ding. That was a ding, ding, ding moment. These might be a little ding, ding, ding bell if you're new to me. Ding, 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 bam. Like a moment of like, whoo, she's talking to me right now. And that is what my content does. I just feel truth and I speak truth because I know life is short. And like I said, I learned that at a really young age. In the last 42 years, since I learned that at 6 years old, I have been on the mission to change hundreds of thousands, maybe millions now, of lives all over the world. And not just for ultra mega success, but self-worth and self-respect and self-care and self-confidence and all the things that actually have so much more meaning. Because that version of you is the best mom. That version of you is the best friend, the best spouse, the best business person, quite honestly. So when you're stuck in guilt, everything feels off. Splurging, indulging feels off. Spending money on yourself feels off. Nothing feels good about money when you're stuck in guilt and shame. So this should be a giant aha. And you guys, I'm just gonna, I mean, Lizelle can drop my website to you because she has that link to my coaching. I would love to work with you if you're inside my coaching already. Let me just share with you where you would go when you're in my private group coaching. You would go right into the Money Career Purpose course. If I'm speaking to the people who feel really guilty, it's tied to so much lack, which is one of the next blocks. You got to unblock the feeling of never enough, right? You got to unblock the feeling of never enough and align yourself to abundance. So there's all these different tools that I'll share with you that like, but the ultimate is self-acceptance is the path out of self-rejection. And I would love the opportunity to teach you how to step out of guilt in any area, because when it's again starting in an area, it will impact abundance in the biggest way. Okay. All right, that's 10. All right, 9, money feels like a villain. It feels evil. Like the people who have it do bad things, right? And that's usually from an old mindset where we were taught that money's like bad. And if you think, you know, you could look outside and clearly see powerful people doing terrible things with money, or how like power hungry people get when it comes to money. I can tell you that, you know, if you were told it's the root of all evil, money is a magnifier. It funds charities and schools and puts wells in the ground and builds amazing nonprofits, and it also destructs. I can tell you that it's money does not have a characteristic. It's humans that give it a characteristic. So if you think money's bad or evil, and then suddenly you don't want to have it, are you bad? Then you'll do bad things with money. Are you a good-hearted, generous person? I can guarantee you'll be a good-hearted, generous person with money. You'll probably do more like what I'm doing right now, where I do free like lessons and give backs. Do I have any expectation in return? No. Do I think that some of my content will speak to some of you? Absolutely. Will you join in on my coaching? It's up to you. If every single one of you just did my free stuff, so be it. Right? There's not an expectation in return, because I know that when you give without an expectation to receive, that comes back tenfold, 100-fold, because I am enjoying this. I'm enjoying just telling you about this. And if it helps one person be a better like mom or spouse or business person, that's my goal. Like every single person counts. If one person's impacted by my content today and someone said already they're in tears, like good, because then I know that's your heart. That's your heart ready for change. So it's not a villain. And ask yourself, do you look at people and you're like, that person's greedy, that person's this? If you're the one characterizing people by how much money they have, then be careful, because you're probably, if you don't want to be one of those people, you're going to unintentionally hold yourself apart from it. And if you unintentionally, because you don't want to be greedy or wrong or bad or all the things that you were told that it was evil, like I don't want to be bad or evil, like that's not even true, right? Then you will not make money, because down deep you're like, it's evil. People are greedy. I don't want to be considered one of those people. So you will hold yourself apart from it. You'll think you're doing the steps to run a business and you'll be going through the motions, but you will not be attracting your business. People won't find you and be like, I want to go with her. She knows where she's going. She's going to do amazing things with her money. This is how she's spending it. People want to follow people who know where they're going, that's aligned to something good. I like to help people's dreams come true. I like to know what people's dreams are and help make them happen, which means that's my dream. That my dream has to be a humongous umbrella of dreamers, not just dreamers like that just make a dream, but like a vision you can step into starting today, being like, that's not me, that's me. That's misaligned. It's no longer evil. I'm gonna do really good things with, when I have a lot of money, I'm gonna ... What are you gonna do? Are you just trying to get to money so you have it? Or is it already like, I'm gonna take my mom on vacation, I'm going to take my sister for a spa day, I'm going to pay down this debt, I'm going to feel relief, I'm going to put my toes in the sand, I'm going to dip, like, what are you doing with it? What are you doing with it? And if that's not clear, you're always just going to be fighting from path A to B, carrying all the weights of these negative things. You're just going to be carrying all the baggage of the guilt. It's a villain, it's evil, it's greedy, it's da 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 da. And you're never going to get there if you don't change your mindset and you don't change how you feel about money. Really feel like I want it and I know what I'm going to do with it and I can't wait to have it. And it's not just like forging this path. You don't make the path. If you were to come visit me right now, or you're going to come to my Malibu retreat, which is amazing. I have people from all over the world come visit me. We do this beautiful 2-day retreat. You would want to imagine yourself like clinking glasses with me here in Malibu. You wouldn't like just be constantly trying to manifest the plane ticket, the plane ticket, the plane ticket, the plane ticket. You'd be like, no, I see myself clinking glasses with you in Malibu. I'm like, yes, that's how you manifest money. Most of you are just trying to manifest the plane ticket. You're just trying to manifest the means and not the, like, where are you going with it? And if that's not crystal clear, if your dreams are not bigger than your problems will get your attention all day. They just will. Okay, so other ding dangs. What's bigger and clearer to you right now, your problems or your dreams? And if your dreams are not bigger and clearer, therein lies a problem. Because whatever gets your energy all day is what continues to expand and grow and receive your energy for valid reasons. You could be like, Laura, I'm caretaking my parents. I've got a son, that has this disability. I've got, this daunting like thing that I got to deal with. I got that. Believe me, I hear it, and I'm not having compassion for your current situation. I'm here to help you out of it. Okay, I have a humongous heart. Believe me, I hear all the worst of the worst. Therapists from all over the world send me people. And they're like, this is what this person's been through. And I'm just like, wow, but I see all their potential. I hear their problems, I see their potential. And that's just been my job. That's been my job from the get-go. And I'm a mindset coach. I'm here for the now moving forward. I'm like, all these negatives and positives that got you here. Okay, now what? Now what? Today moving forward, how are we going to change? How are we going to shift your mindset, which is not just your thoughts? It's your attitude, it's your actions, where you're taking action from. Most of you are taking action from lack, from not enough, from avoiding what you don't want. And that's just going to put you right in line with what you do not want more of, because you're starting from there. So when you're starting from these things, it's big. All right, number 8. So number 10 was stuck in guilt. Number 9, it's a villain. Number 8, it feels like an exclusive club that I am not a part of. Money feels like just for an exclusive few. And if that's true to you, again, that's you feeling like they're not like me. Like people with money are like this, and I'm like this. And if that's you, you are again doing the same thing as the villain stuff. You're holding yourself apart from money because you're giving it, and people who have it and don't have it, characteristics. You're making the money have the power instead of you identifying its real role in your life. So it's not exclusive. Money doesn't have an identity. It just doesn't. It's just money. It is like this straw or this pen. And if you don't see it as a tool, like this is a tool for me because I'm self-caring myself these days, and I put water right on my desk so I don't forget about myself. And my beautiful husband put this on my desk, and I'm like, this is abundance. Right here starts your abundance. Every single day. I know it's silly, but I'm just like, how am I taking care of myself? How are the people around me? Like, how does it feel like I'm being provided for? Even if it's not financially, like the little rose on my desk. How do you get the rose on your desk? Because you're self-caring yourself. Then you attract people who care about you. How do you not get that? How do you like, oh, would someone just appreciate me? Because you're not appreciating yourself. Right? It's all related. If you could recognize right now how you talk to yourself, how you appreciate yourself, how you take care of yourself, has everything to do with abundance. That should be another Jersey slap, slap, ding, ding, ding moment for many of you. You're like, oh, I'm last. I'm last on my list. I take care of everybody else but me. And again, probably for valid reasons. I've been there. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to speak this truth so easily. I've been through all these things to recognize there's another flipped mindset side to all these things that I'm teaching you right now. Money is not exclusive, and it doesn't have characteristics. People do. So where you're putting that, it's like this exclusive club that I'm not part of, is a very old story. And if that is you, and you're in my coaching, just go into that first lesson, which is, I'll just go to it. It's so life-changing, which is just so simple. What's blocking me? What's blocking me? And you will just go through it just with money. Just do it for money blocks. What's blocking me? Because I'm just shining light right now on 10 blocks. But there's something internal to you that when you find it, you'll be like, just in 1 hour, you'll be different. And even just this content, I'm just sharing with you. Yes, ding dings. I love it. I love it. Every time you have a ding ding, thank you, Nicolene, like Pat, like just let each other know, like, wow, this is me. I'm really separating myself from money versus like feeling like money is something that's in reach and something I can step into starting today. That's how I want to have you. When you're in my mindset coaching and you see that people are like, wow, it unlocked, like, look at Angelica's story, homeless to coming to my Malibu retreat, working with people like Sharon Stone. I mean, it's like the most mind-bending stories that 3 years earlier, she says she was living in a car down the street from my house. And she had no idea until she made it to the Malibu retreat that she would be the person going to this retreat. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. But she was not only homeless, but she was outside down the street from where I lived, and I didn't even live there yet. I was just like, can't even. Okay, go view her story. Okay, so 8, it feels like an exclusive club. That's not true. That's you feeling like, again, they're not like me, like people who have money are like this, and it's not true. I've literally met people who don't have a lot of money who are the most generous people, and I've met people who do have a lot of money who are the most generous people, and I've met like people who do have a lot of money who are super stingy and like, you know, not generous, and I've met people who are not having a lot of money who like can't give 50 cents or $1 to someone because they don't have enough. So it is not true. You have to bust through some of these myths that are blocking you. And if you don't bust them through, you're going to keep every single month or at the end of every year being like, I said this year was going to be different. Why isn't this year different? Why am I in the same place? And I'm like, mindset. I work with elite athletes on visualizing and creating their wins, gold medals, right? Paris 2024. And it's like, why? Mindset. Mindset. It's the same work I do with kids and teenagers because mindset is everything, they say, because it is. And if you don't change it, it doesn't matter how hard you work. I've met some of the hardest workers. I married a New Englander in here in the United States. He's from Vermont. He's up in the mountains, and some of the hardest working people. And they don't get like, it's like, how do I get ahead? I'm working so hard. And I'm like, you have to change your mindset, then work hard. I believe in hard work. I love work. I was up till midnight last night working. Like, I love work. Right? It's not how hard you work. It is shifting your mindset before you start to work. And then that work shifts. The results change. So it's not exclusive. And, you know, in today's world, when I see people like my niece, you know, in 21, making now 8 figures, it's not exclusive. She's getting her college degree now this year, but like, you don't have to you can carve a different path. That's really clear, especially in the digital marketing world. You can carve a different path. You are attracted to these opportunities for a reason, right? All right, number 7. Oh, that's a big one. This is tied to all of them. There's never enough. There's never enough. So even when you make money, it doesn't feel like enough. When you put it in your account, in your bank, it doesn't feel like enough. When you go to pay a bill, it doesn't feel like enough. Whether you're spending money or saving money, you are constantly in the negative swirl of not enough. Let me know if that's you, because if you are feeling not enough ever, okay, that feeling is a feeling that doesn't actually change. I coach enough millionaires to know that some of them still don't feel like it's enough. So not enough around money. If you don't change that, it's you feeling not enough. Ding, ding. You don't feel like enough. And now you're reflecting that out in your money story. So if you're like, I never have enough money, I never have enough time, I never have enough appreciation, I never have enough. This should be a big ding, ding, ding that you need to change. You are stuck in self-doubt. And when I help you with the tools of how to stop the self-doubting sabotage of, I don't know which way, what path, this is what not enough sounds like. Which one should I choose? Like, I need the evidence, then I'll feel better. I'm going to seek the answer. Let me, ask all my friends and family what they think I should do. Lack, not enough, doubt. They're all tied. And if you don't fix that, you will stay a lot of years in that. And I would love to help you out of that, because the opposite of doubt is trust and confidence. And my company, Strong Confident Living, is not just to strengthen your muscles, even though we do have all my fitness programs in there because my husband's a fitness guy. It's strength that comes from love in your heart to change. That you have love in your heart to create change. You're like, I'm meant for more than this. I know there's more potential in here. And it's about taking that responsibility to be like, so I'm going to create, I want all this change, but all the excuses roll in. This is happening. That's happening. This got, okay, we all have that. I'm sure if we all shared the reasons why we've been stuck, very valid. So what are we going to do about it? Right? How are we going to roll up our sleeves differently today than yesterday? What thought are you going to have different today than you had yesterday? How do you move from self-doubt to confidence when trust has been shattered, when it's been broken, sometimes by the people that are closest to you or the people that were meant to love you, right? That's hard, but you're stronger than that. You're stronger than those circumstances. And that's who I'm here for. All my lessons are built on trust. So yeah, 7 is not enough ever. It's, nothing feels good. No, it just nothing feels good because you're in scarcity, you're in lack, and it's very, very much tied to I'm not enough. I lack. I don't know which way. I don't have the answers. And you do. I'm telling you from my heart to your heart, you do have the answers. They're in your heart. They're inside you right now. They're not from me. I just teach you how to unlock them. I just give you the tools to unstuck yourself. People think it's me in the first couple of weeks when they're like exploding to a whole new level, or they're like, I went from 2 leads to hundreds of leads. And I'm like, what did you change? They're like, my mindset. I have the same funnel, same email, same this, same that. I mean, watch the wins call. Like, it's phenomenal. Like when people are just like, I went from this to this. And I'm like, what changed? Same actions, completely different intent. Right? So what the ding, ding, ding of not enough that I'm talking to you all who are swirling in doubt, because that's where I used to go. And that's where I could easily go when I'm feeling overwhelmed. When I wish there was 100 of me, because again, I have 3 kids and I have businesses, family, struggles, challenges. Life is not challenge free, even for a mindset coach. But how you navigate them with strength and confidence versus weak and powerful, not speaking your voice, not speaking your truth, like not sure what to do, which way to go, that's going to keep swirling you down into the down spiral. My content is a blueprint that I created over 25 years to create the art of the up spiral. We all know how we down spiral. How do you up spiral? How do you pivot forwards and upwards instead of downwards and backwards? That's what I created. Because I realized I was like, there's all this amazing spiritual stuff, right? I have very deep faith and belief. And then I also see there's a lot of science stuff, but no one's bringing it to like, well, what do I do when my boss is a jerk? What do I do when I walk into my 9 to 5 and I'm in a toxic environment? What do I do when my spouse is the number one person who's negative? What do I do when this is happening in my life? And I created the what do you do wins, because that's where I realized everyone's stuck in the how, the actual how. So that's what exists. But if you're stuck in the not enough, which I'm assuming that a lot of you feel like you're stuck in the not enough, because if you're here for money blocks, then you want more of it. Money is not going to be the answer of your self-worth. It is one of maybe 8 slices of self-worth that I teach. Like, it's great to have financial abundance, but if you're only putting your success on how you measure yourself and how much lack or like confidence you feel in yourself based on a number in your bank account, you are way off. You are not going to get there very fast, because again, you're going to be moving from lack. So if this is speaking to you right now, I would love to teach you. The answer is how to build your confidence and trust in yourself, not in your bank account, in your heart. And then reflect that out into your life, reflect that back out into your relationships. Have those things be a reflection of the unlimited nature of your heart. Okay. And people are like, but how? Well, you learn in the first 2 lessons first, like these deep blocks, what's actually blocking you and how to unblock these. I'm telling you, in this one, the how to unblock self-doubt is self-confidence. And I made it teachable. People are like, how do you just be confident when all you know is to be confident in the negative outcome? If you are anticipating the negative outcome, you are confident, but you're more confident that you're going to, have a negative outcome. You're placing your confidence already out of your heart and into an outcome you don't even want. Right? How many of you are there right now? You're like, I feel like the next thing's going to drop. I feel like more confident that it's not going to work out. I feel more like mistrust that maybe this is not the direction. So it's just an indicator that you're in the land of not enough. It's just number 7. You're like, oh, number 7, ding, ding, ding. You mean I can change that? You can change that. It's why Lizelle's like, will you please speak to this community? They're ready for change. They're ready for change. right? So if you're ready for change, like this is good to know. All these are flippable. You can create fantastic new results faster than you imagine. All of these things I'm talking about are mindset. They're literally mindset. So when you are inside, again, if this is you, go right into my content on like how to unstuck your blocks. So not only do you get like my coaching every week, right? Twice a week, we do a live Q&A and we do like lessons. This is just a workshop. This isn't even the deep dive lesson. I'm just like touching upon things right now that I feel like you need to hear. But like, how clear is your vision? Is it clearer than your problems? Then start with, if it's not, let's start with my vision board course. You're really trying to get out of like the land of not enough, jump right into the money, career, purpose. You're hating on yourself, the physical expression of your body, and like that's also like blocking you because you can't even accept a compliment when someone says your hair looks nice today. You're blocking abundance. Do my body image course. Like I give you all my courses because I have found that when it comes to blocks, which is really, really, really interesting, when it comes to these blocks that I'm just like touching upon, these blocks run deeper because like, are you just being held back by an old, a lot of these things I'm talking about, money's a villain, it's evil, it's this. These are all, you can unstuck all these. And this is a what, 28-minute lesson, 23-minute lesson, right? On how to remove these. You'll actually have the steps. So I'm just here, like just shining the light on, these are all feelings because success is a feeling before it's a thing. And so is failure. Failure is a feeling before it's a thing. But if you've had more failure and more reference points for your brain, it's normal for your brain to be like, this is what's normal for me, not getting there. And I'm like, well, we got to normalize the other. We got to normalize the other direction, getting there, making your dreams happen step by step. Okay, so that's not enough. You can flip that. It's all about building back trust. So if trust has been shattered or broken or betrayed, and that could have been in a relationship, that's impacting your money. So if I'm speaking to your heart right now and you're like, oh, that happened here with this person. And I'm like, yeah. And then that makes you not trust anyone or anything, including yourself and your own judgment. And now that creates a block over here. It's just interesting. It's interesting because, and then what most people do completely wrong is they go try to repair the trust with the person or situation that broke it. And they immediately remove trust from your heart because now you're like waiting to repair it from external things outside of you. And that's not where you should be finding it. So if you do my trust bucket lesson, you'll learn how to regain trust in your heart, which is where it lives. And it taps you to the unlimited. All right, number 6, it's an uneven exchange. You are always sacrificing one thing for the next thing. Like I can't possibly work from home and be with my kids and make a lot of money, right? Money is always an uneven exchange. Like I can't have my cake and eat it too. Like that there's always a sacrifice involved. It's always hard. So if this is you, this was my husband for many years. He grew up with a very like solid, amazing work ethic, but everything had to be a struggle. Everything had to be hard. Like it's just always an uneven exchange. You can't possibly just like make $20,000 a month, like in digital marketing. That seems too easy. It must be too good to be true. Right? If that's what you think, you will prove that right. If you're like, it's got to be an uneven exchange, I can't possibly, it's got to be a choice. It's got to be an if then. If you're making money, an if then statement, you are stuck in this uneven exchange. You can't just receive. And these are all tied because if you're stuck in guilt, you're already not receiving. You're all rejecting, you're hating, you're saying, don't come to me, money. I can't even put my feet up on the couch. But it's tied often to this like feeling that it's got to be like it can't just possibly just come, right? I can't just deserve it. Like it can't just flow to me. So if it's an if then, like if this then that, then yeah, oh, I love that. I'm in tears writing it down if that's so you. So number 10 was stuck in guilt. Number 9, it's a villain. Number 8, it feels like an exclusive club. 7, not enough, like never enough, ever. Number 6, it's an uneven exchange. It's not, okay? Money can coexist. That you got to bust these myths with me, and I would love to work with you. This is you, like please start, jump into my coaching, dive in today, like jump in tonight's tool. Like I mean, I know it'll be morning for you, or you can watch on replay. I mean, the lesson I'm doing today is how to give yourself your own mindset tune up in your thoughts, your emotional space, your actions, and what you're imagining. So many of you are imagining the worst case scenario. And you're training your brain to like move toward it, which is not what you want. Okay. So number 6 was uneven exchange, that it's always a sacrifice. It's always I got to choose between this and another. And that's not correct. It's not true. It's not true. And I would love to help you through that, because what if you could have that and that? My favorite manifesting words, like, could I have that and not feel greedy or guilty? It's all tied. Number 5 is that it's caging you in. Money is caging you in, meaning like I cannot leave my 9 to 5. I cannot get out of this car payment or mortgage payment. It is the thought of money is binding to a lifestyle or a thing you really don't want. And when you're stuck in that caged in mentality versus seeing money as a fuel, it's a mindset shift. You are seeing it as a heavy weight versus freedom. And if you see money as a heavy weight, you are not like asking for more, because you're seeing it as a heavy weight. That's not putting you in line of more, because suddenly you're like, it's a heavy weight. If I have more, it'll just be a heavier weight. It's a myth that I would love to bust through with you, because again, it's not true. It might feel true that it's like you're stuck in this, but stuck is just a feeling. It's a first lesson when I teach you how to get unstuck. For that whole hour that I go through what's blocking you and all the questions on how to get unblocked. Stuck is just a feeling. Unstuck is a feeling. So if you want to get unstuck from this caged in feeling that money is a weight and it's tethering you versus freeing you, that first hour with me will change your life. Just like I'm hoping this workshop, whether you ever see me again, you'll listen and you'll hear something from this workshop. My hope is that for those of you that this is speaking right to your heart, right to like my heart going, that your logical brain is like, all right, I could keep spinning in this for years and try to figure it out all on my own, or I could work with a coach who's literally unblocked this. I get called into companies like Google to be their happiness coach, because happiness is the path towards more abundance and freedom and all these things to work more, joyously in your life. So wherever you are, again, just jump in even to my free tools and start there. But if you really know and you're ready, jump in to my private group experience, because it's big. Like when you can shortcut these things and have the how-tos right in front of you and printouts and templates, and you're following a blueprint with digital marketing. And it's working for some and not working for others. And I'm like, there's only one needle that has to shift: mindset. And if elite athletes, again, know this. They're like, what separates the top players from the ultra top players? Mindset, their mental game. How you're talking to yourself from the moment you wake up to the moment you look in the mirror, to the moment you're brushing your teeth, to the moment you're washing a dish, and you're hearing these thoughts. And what are they saying? And if they're negative, time to clean that up. You've just normalized it. You can normalize the other. All right. So number 5 was caged in. Number 4 is inherited thoughts, that your upbringing brought you a lot of the things that I'm telling you, that these were not your original thoughts. These were thoughts from your parents or teachers or society. And you're like, oh, this is how I was shown money is. But if you're an adult here, which you are, I'm not coaching right now a group of children, you have the ability to decide that was not my original thought. That was my mom's thought. That was my dad's thought. That was my grandma's thought. You have the ability to, without shooting them, right? Like just being like, they're a product of their generation and their upbringing. I'm a product of mine. Let's move forward differently. So if inherited thoughts of your upbringing or society brought you into scarcity, brought you into like feelings of guilt or greed or not enough, like I mean, straight up, some of you may have been told you'll never be there. You'll never be enough. You'll never amount to anything. You're nothing like your sister or brother or whatever it is. Like, I'm sorry, right? I feel like as a mom, like unconditional love is the most important thing that I give to the cells of my body and my children and family. You know, at the end of the day, family first for me. So if that's inherited and you are not thinking like you deserve it, it is time to change that tune. It is time. So inherited thoughts, that's number 4. Number like we could change that. Actually, we could change that immediately. Just be like, it's like an old sweater that you're giving to Goodwill or, you know, putting in the recycled bin. You got to get rid of that old sweater. It's got holes in it. That's an inherited thought. It's worn out. It's not helping you. You don't need to think it over and over again. It does not have to be your truth. Number 3. Oh, this was me. Hiding and avoiding. Let me know if you're the great avoider. I don't want to talk about money. I don't want to face money. I don't like to open my accounts. I'm scared of it. I mean, if you were scared of it, that's where I was years ago. I was so scared. I didn't want to have the conversations. I didn't want to look at it. I just like would stuff the bills in a drawer. Scary, right? Me. Okay, this is going to be a ding ding for you. Avoidance magnifies fear. Put that in big letters across, because whatever you're avoiding, a tough conversation with a spouse, whatever you're avoiding is putting you in the energy of avoidance. And whatever you're avoiding, maybe avoiding getting healthy, even though you know what you want to be doing, avoiding like, you know, the money stuff, like avoidance, ding, dang. That was me. I was like, if I don't see it, it just doesn't exist, right? Right? Avoidance magnifies fear. Whatever you're avoiding, you are actually giving the keys of your power to, but then you're turning your head. And that is not going to help you out of it. That is the opposite of it, strong and confident. That is weak and powerless. And I don't know which way to turn. And for valid reasons, I want to, right? I want to let you know, like, it doesn't have to be that way. You can empower yourself. If you're going to have to face that bill or debt collector or whatever, you're going to have to make that call anyway. And you know you do. Would you rather make that call feeling empowered, or would you rather make that call feeling really weak? And so ding, ding, no more hiding and avoiding. This is about facing it and empowering yourself, facing your fears differently. So that was number 3. So 10 was stuck in guilt. 9 is it's a villain. 8 is exclusive club. 7, not enough ever. 6, uneven exchange. 5, caged in. Like number 4, it's inherited thoughts. Number 3, like hiding and avoiding. Hiding and avoiding. All right, I got to finish the last 2 in the next 5 minutes and then jump in on my wins call. If you want to jump in with me, it's on my Instagram. So just make sure you guys are following me across social media. And Lizelle's going to keep dumping her link to the private group coaching experience in the chat. But if you follow my story on social media, the last link right here says join me live today. I literally just filmed that as I hopped in today. And you can jump in. It's in 5 minutes. You'll hear other wins from other people, get to meet other people in my community. It's really exciting. So number 2 and 1 are really important. Really, really important. So that's the jump in, you guys. And just jump in. Jump in. If you have not already like started with me, just jump in. There's no risk. Like if I guarantee your life will change, or it's free. Meaning like 100% refund. If your life isn't different in 1 hour, 2 days, 14 days, up to 30 days, you're not feeling completely different than when you're joining right now. I don't even ask, just quit, like no question. And if you guys use the code DGC, there's some really great, really good, really good like percentages off. Okay, use the code DGC. All right, my last 2, and then I got to jump. And you guys, I've just listed 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Number 2 is that it's your measurement of success. That you'll be like, I'll feel successful when this is happening. I got 10 sales today. I made $900 an hour. I'll be successful when, and until then, I'm not successful. and I'll wait for success to be on the other side of that action. And that's not true. Like I said earlier, success is a feeling before it's a thing. Success is a mindset. Are you a winner or not? Like, it's a mindset. And if you are not feeling like a winner, you can learn through. I mean, when I coached Google at first, it was all about, they flew me up in Northern California to Napa because they're like, can you do a workshop on winning mentality? I'm like, yeah, that's all I teach. That's all I taught elite athletes, like winning mentality. How do you have a winning mentality? What happens when a curveball hits? How's your consistency? These are all tied to winning mentalities, which is all mindset. If you're falling off, not sure, easily distracted, a curveball hits, you throw your hands up, you go to the next opportunity, you're just going to keep repeating the same problem over and over and over again till you change your mindset. Till you change your mindset. So if you're using money as like, I made it, I'll have made it when this number's in my bank account, you are really holding yourself back. Okay, because now you're measuring success so one-dimensionally versus being like, I'm successful in friends, I'm successful with family, I'm successful in, eating a healthy salad today versus, the unhealthy food. Like, if you're not measuring your success in a multi-dimensional way, you are missing out on life. On life. And then what are you teaching? I'm a family person. What are you teaching the people around you? Success is one thing. It's my money. And then I'm taking action today. Sorry, I can't partake in this family dinner or go out here, because I gotta work. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I gotta do this. What are you teaching everybody? That is not a healthy or, in my opinion, way to live. But we've all been there because of the problems we've had. So have a more multidimensional success measurements. It's multifaceted, down to the smile that you can have right now, how you hold yourself when you walk in a room, right? Number one is that money buys happiness. And that is so untrue. And if you guys are in my courses, some of the most profound content I teach you is how to be happy. Like, it's the number one thing that changes for people in the first week. Like, they'll be like, I have never been happier than I've ever been. Like, this is unbelievable. I didn't even know this happy could be at this level. And I'm like, make that your lesson one, because when you put a price tag and you align money and happiness, you are not letting either in. That's like, to me, the worst condition that you can ever have is money and happiness being intrinsically tied. You can have money and be unhappy. You can have money and be happy. You can have no money and be happy. You can have no money and be unhappy. When you connect those two and you're like, I'll be happy when, like, therefore I'm going to sit out on life, but I'll be happy when I make this sale today, when I get that 900, when I, then I'll be happy, Laura. I'm like, doesn't work that way. You'll be happy for a few minutes. You might be happy for a day or two, but then you will not be happy on the long haul. And until you know how to shift your happiness and unblock it in that lesson of unblocking what's keeping you stuck, you will stay stuck. So I have to bounce because now I have people already in my call because I'm a minute over, but I literally I would love to hop back and maybe answer Q&As and stuff like that. Lizelle, I got to go into my live Q&A right now, but thank you for having me. I hope these 10 money blocks were eye-opening for you. I would love to help you flip them one at a time. It's actually, the relief is it's in one lesson. You can start flipping all of them. So if many of you had multiple blocks and you jump in, you could start with my free 7-day manifesting course. Just get used to my tools 10 minutes at a time if you want. Just start for free. But if like this really spoke to your heart, just know that then you're meant for my coaching. Jump in. I have a monthly, like, a payment plan now. There's like a 50 or 20% off DGC special. I've made it as no-brainer as possible. I really have to go. Lizelle, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Laura. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just tonight again, ding, 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 all over the place. It's just absolutely amazing. Thank you so much.
I don't know if you still want to talk to your community, but about any takeaways or anything, but I'm welcome to hop back in. I just have to go into this next call, and I would love to see you all again.
No problem. I will be putting the recording in the community as well. Thank you so much, Laura. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Guys, I will be putting the recording link inside the community that you can actually send out to your email list if that's what you want to do. I really hope you guys had some awesome ding ding moments. I could see in the chat, I as well had, and I can just tell you, mindset, if ever it was as important, it's so important in every aspect of your life, not just your business. It's important in every aspect. I actually shared this morning on my live and in the Digital Jumpstart as well, how still today I fight the exact same thoughts. I've had the tools and the practice to think differently. So I'm so excited. Thank you so much, guys. I'll put the recording up. Have a good evening.